Alan Jones says he will sue over indecent assault claims. Veteran broadcaster Alan Jones says he intends to take the first steps to begin defamation action against the Sydney Morning Herald, after the newspaper published claims he indecently assaulted multiple young men. Jones, 82, has been accused of groping and inappropriately touching young men without their consent while he was at the height of his lengthy radio career. The serious allegations, published this morning, were demonstrably false, a statement released on behalf of Jones said. In the short time available since publication, we have obtained substantial factual information which contradicts and refutes the alleged pattern of conduct by Mr. Jones, the statement said. We have retained senior counsel and have instructions to immediately serve a concerns notice under Section 12A of the Defamation Act as the first step in the commencement of defamation. The investigative report, published in the Sydney Morning Herald, includes allegations of indecent assault made against the controversial broadcaster by 5 men, including a former 2GB employee, a former waiter, an aspiring musician, an acquaintance and a businessman, who is now deceased. The former 2GB employee alleges he was groped on his penis by Jones while driving. If I went to the police, Jones could be charged. What he did to me was a criminal offense. He cannot die without people knowing what he's done, the former 2GB employee said. Jones hosted his popular breakfast radio program on 2GB from 2002 to 2020, and became one of the country's most powerful media figures, regularly interviewing the prime ministers of the day. Before entering radio, he was a school teacher, a speechwriter for former Prime Minister Malcolm Fraser and a coach of Australia's rugby union team. 9. The publisher of this website secured the takeover of Macquarie Media, which owned 2GB, in 2019. Alleged victim shared claims with Hadley. Ray Hadley, a longtime former colleague with Jones at the radio station, revealed this morning the same former 2GB employee who featured in the Sydney Morning Herald investigation had confided in him, some time ago. He told me at the start of our conversation that what he had been alleging had never been shared with anyone, except for me, Hadley said on his 2GB morning show. In the next 40 minutes, I sat silently as he went through the allegations documented in today's story, interrupted only by his tears, as he tried to compose himself. It was a very emotional conversation for both of us. The behavior he was alleging was unwanted advances from a person in a position of power, that being his boss, Alan Jones. Hadley said he offered the man his unqualified support and help in speaking to the then station owner and then station chairman. However, the employee ultimately decided not to make his allegations public at the time. He said he had too much to lose, and he'd be crushed by making such an allegation. He asked me to promise would never reveal what we had discussed without his express permission, Hadley said. Hadley said his relationship with Jones, already strained over other matters, was basically severed after the employee shared his allegations.